Okay, so to start my channel, I want to describe a little bit about me, and maybe that'll intrigue you to listen to my information based off of some of my merits. So, again, my name is Joseph Parente. I'm the owner and operator of JP Landscape Design Limited, and I'm 6 years in business. I'm going into my seventh year, and I decided to do a YouTube just to kind of talk about landscape related subjects. So, anyways, a little bit about me is I come from a family of landscapers. My father had a landscape company. My two grandfathers were avid landscapers, like hobbies. One of them actually pursued landscaping as a career full time, and yeah, so my brothers are also landscapers, and my uncles are landscapers. So I grew up around this stuff. I've done it my whole life, and it's what I enjoy to do. So when I was about 18 years old, I spoke with my father and said, what am I going to do with my life? He says, there's this good program at Humber College in Toronto. It's for the landscape technician program. Go see if you like it. So I, at 18 years old, finished high school, went to Humber College for 2 years. I did the landscape technician program, and it was there that I realized that wow, landscaping truly is it's an art and it's a science and it's something that I really enjoy. And I was around people that other people that really enjoyed it, so it's really sparked my interest to pursue a career in this. So after I graduated there, I had an offer to go and pursue a bachelor's degree at Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia. So I went, I did my Bachelor of Technology with a major in landscape architecture at Dalhousie University. That was a 2 year program. After that, I came back to Ontario, and I wasn't super confident with my skill set. Before going into the industry, I really wanted to pursue being a landscape architect. That was my initial goal. I really like design. And I still love it. It's still what consumes me with this industry, but that was something that I wanted to focus and dial in on first. So I applied to various universities to do the master program in landscape architecture, and I got accepted to the University of Guelph. So I went there. I studied for 3 years. I struggled a lot. It was really some of the most challenging years of my life because I have a very hands-on skill set, and a master's program is very like demanding in reading and writing, and I'm good at that, but it's just not something I prefer to do. I'm a very hands-on kind of guy. Anyways, so graduated there, started my business while I was in school. So in between semesters, I would do some lawn care and landscaping projects, and yeah. So then the pandemic happened. I couldn't find a job anywhere, and I thought to myself, you know what? I've already done this as a hobby. Let me pursue this. I enjoyed it. I like the entrepreneurial spirit. My degrees are in business. Sorry, my degrees are in landscape architecture, not business. So that's where I struggled a lot. So I've been doing a lot of research these past few years on how to run a landscaping business. I had the art side of things, the operation side dialed in. I was so good at landscaping. I come from the family background, so I knew the operations. I just didn't know the business side of things. So I think I'm finally confident with kind of sharing my information and my journey now, because I've been profitable for the last 6 years, and I really enjoy this, so I want to talk about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm kind of going on like crazy about who I am, but as I make more videos, you'll learn about me. Anyways, let's move on here. So let's talk about my business a little bit. So I mentioned I come from a design background. I would say about 60 to 70% of my uh, profit comes from landscape design projects, and 40% comes from lawn care, and then 0% from snow. So snow removal, I haven't done that in last years, but I'm getting into that this coming winter. So I'm really looking forward to investing in that, because there's so many cool toys and equipment for snow removal. And I was just really nervous about the business side of things. For whatever reason, I couldn't conceptualize the same concept from summer into winter. It's so simple. Just materials, equipment, labor is your overhead. Find what other overhead items, and then just know what you have to charge. It's much more simpler than you would think. Anyways, snow this year, I did a lot of research and homework, and I'm super confident to get into that next year. I'm sorry, next season. So that's that. Now let's talk about it. So I told you the breakdown of my profits and where it usually comes from. Now let's talk about my plans for the future. So I want to increase my lawn care way up. I've got a big crew. I've got the equipment to handle it. I just don't have the contracts. Last year I had 22 contracts. It was good. It was maybe one, two, 2.5 days of lawn mowing. Wasn't enough. I would fill the rest of the week with uh, landscape design projects. Now, I should mention I have 6 employees, so to keep 6 guys busy for 50 hours a week is my challenge. That's very difficult. It's because I'm a new business. I haven't spent $1 on marketing, and I usually just go with word of mouth, and that's been working out well. Everybody's been making a good living working for me, and things are going really well. But I want to really offer all my employees that next level, and I think that the next level will be increasing my lawn care contracts up. Like, let's say for example, I had like 4.5 days a week of lawn mowing, and then hey guys, there's overtime. I just scored a big landscape project. There's a big planting project. Let's go in on a Saturday and potentially a Sunday and smash these jobs and maximize everybody's the money that the business can make and the money that the employees can make, because I feel so obligated to them to make them a good living. Like, they're dedicating their careers to me, and I have that desire to just try to get them as much as I can. But right now I'm limited because of how much the business makes. So I want to I'm gonna hopefully eliminate that issue I'm having. Not really an issue, everybody did well, but I want to be able to offer my employees more, and new employees, attract other people by having better wages. So I plan on doing that by increasing my lawn care contracts by 22, from getting them from 22 contracts and properties to 100 properties a week. So that's my goal. So yeah, I'm going on a bit of a journey there. I documented some cold calling, and I'm gonna compile that into hopefully a fun video that people can enjoy and see. Whatever tricks work for me, you can implement them to your cold calling and see if that'll work for you. So I'm having a good time with it. I just got started, and honestly, like, I get goosebumps on my skin thinking about where this can take off and where this can go, because yeah, like, I'm a chatterbox and I love talking about this, but no one in my life wants to talk about business and landscaping like I do. I could talk about it for hours and hours. That's why, like, this YouTube thing is going to be a good outlet for me to just get everything off my head and out into existence. And I believe in manifestation, and really talking your beliefs and your wants into existence and thinking about it and getting that frequency out there so the universe can send a frequency back and give me what I am thinking of. So yeah, I'm just getting hyped up about it. And anyways, yeah, let's continue on here. Sure, let's talk about this. I've got this. I created a whole script for what I was going to talk about, but I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, just who cares? Just click the record button and just go for it. So, this is my first YouTube video. You got to bear with me. Hopefully, I'll get a lot better with the editing and what I should talk about and what I shouldn't talk about. But I just thought to myself, like, just stop being shy, get in front of the camera, click the record button, and go for it. So, moving on, let's talk about my fleet. This is what I have in my script here. And I think, yeah, I like talking about my fleet and what I own, and hearing what other people own and what they use to get their jobs done. And I love those shop videos. A lot of people do shop tours where they'll take a tour of their shop and their facilities and put that online, and it's great because I could take tips from that. So I'm going to do that with my shop eventually. But anyways, let me talk quickly about my fleet and what I have. So I've got 2 trucks. I'm looking to get a third this year. I'm going to also take a video about that experience. I'm looking to either get a F250 or an F550. So I'm just waiting on a few details to iron themselves out before I make that decision. So I've got 2 trucks. I've got an F150, which is a lease. The lease ends of September, so I need 2 trucks on the road. The third is a bonus for me, but for sure I need 2 on the road every single day. The F-150 is a lease. It's done in September, so when I get that truck now, I'm gonna have 3 trucks until September pretty much. So anyways, The second truck I have is an F550. It's a 2015. It's got like 80,000 kilometers on it. That thing's got so much life left in it. It's paid off completely. All I have to do is pay for admin fees and maintenance fees on it and gasoline. So it's in such good condition. I got so lucky with that purchase during the pandemic. This civil engineering company was selling this truck. It was sitting in a shop all winter, hasn't seen snow. Like I did the most abuse to it because I don't have a shop, like a structure to park it in. It's been sitting out in the winter, the last 2-3 winters. So anyways, it's in mint condition. I got it, got a good deal for it. And so that's been my freaking powerhouse of my business. I put all my materials back there. That thing can haul so much, and it's a diesel engine, so it does a lot of work for me. I own 3 trailers. 2 trailers go out every single day with both trucks that I just mentioned. They're 2 enclosed trailers. One's a 14-foot sure track, and it gets the job done, beautiful. And then I've got I think it's called Nove or something. It's a 16-foot enclosed trailer, and both of those trailers I use them for construction and I use them for lawn care. And I plan on using them for snow removal, because what I want to do is get like shovels, snow blowers, and I'm gonna get a Boss snow those stand-on machines. I think they're called the Scout and the Mag, I think the other one's called. But anyways, I want to buy those for next winter, and I'm going to just go for my residential property, show up with my enclosed trailer, the little ride-on plow with snow blowers and shovels, a crew of 3 or 4, bags of salt in the back of the truck, and just bang out driveways. Like it's much more simple. You don't need a fancy big plow on these expensive trucks. You get 150,000 trucks sitting there with a salt or a plow and a dump bed on it, and then you have to charge what, $250 a month per driveway? How are you going to pay that thing off? So I'm just going to go with the equipment I have. I have a $7,000 enclosed trailer, and just go bang out driveways with the equipment I already own. It's crazy. I wish I thought of it earlier. I don't know why I'm getting into winter in my 7th year when I should have been doing this in my first year. Anyways, that's another story. So I've been doing really well without winter operations, but it's like, man, I need to be busy. I'm getting so freaking bored with all these winters. It's the first month vacation's fantastic. December, okay. You know, after Christmas and New Year's, I'm ready to work again. So anyways, I keep going on these tangents, but let's get dialed into what I was talking about. My third trailer, it's a dump trailer, 14-foot Miska dump trailer. The thing's beautiful. It can haul like 10 yards of mulch, 5+ yards of soil. The thing lifts like crazy. And then that one works a lot. So it doesn't go out on a daily basis. That's what the third truck would be for, would be to haul that dump trailer out on a daily basis. But I don't think I'll have enough work for a third truck. If I get 100 contracts, the third truck will be definitely busy. But right now, with what I have going on, 2 trucks is all I need. Anyways, so the dump trailer is fantastic. I use that when I need it. I'll keep an enclosed trailer at home, and I'll bust out that dump trailer, and I'll go do smash out constructions projects with the enclosed trailer and a dump trailer and the 2 trucks. And then I've got various ride-on mowers. Last year I spent $40,000 on mowers. I've got 3 grandstand Toro ride-on mowers. I've got all kinds of push mowers, trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, hedge clippers, any mechanical hand tool you need. I've got it. I've got the chisels, shovels, rakes, everything out the wazoo. It's craziness. I'm going to show you all in my shop video. I've got all that. So like, my business has all the basics. I have everything I need. And I'm no longer in growth mode. To me, this year is going to be profit mode, because I'm not spending any more money on equipment. All my fixed costs are all dialed in. I know what to stomach. I know what my costs are now. I'm no longer in growth mode. This year I'm going in profit mode. So I think there's a very big difference in between those 2 different stages in a business. And you can be year 30 in a business and still be in growth mode if you're investing in equipment. So I'm going to year 6, and I'm changing that dial. I'm going from growth to profit. And yeah, let's see how that works for me. So in addition to the ride-on mowers and all the grass equipment, I also do construction. With my construction equipment, I only have 1 tractor. I used to have an excavator, but I sold that for a few reasons, and I'll get into that. But I have a tractor. It's a Kubota loader tractor with attachments on the back. I got a rototiller, a blade on the back. Whatever I need, I can put it on the back, but I primarily use it for the bucket. It moves mulch, it moves soil, it lifts stones. It can do whatever I want. It's a beautiful tractor, and I use that for pretty much all my construction jobs. Now, I owned an excavator. I sold the excavator. I'll tell you why. The excavator, number one, wasn't going out every single day. It would go out maybe 4 or 5 times a month, and that was good enough for me. No problem, because I could have paid that, no problem. But the problem is this with the excavator. Now, entrepreneurial mindset. The excavator, the only person in my business that has the license to float that excavator from my yard to the job site was me. That's horrible. If I broke my leg or hurt my shoulder and I can't float the machine, then that machine sitting there, $75,000 machine sitting there not making a dollar because I can't move it. Number one. Number two, some of my men, there wasn't anybody in my business that was able to load the excavator onto the trailer. Everybody was nervous. Okay, the ramps were steep. That's fine. But I've done it a million times in front of you, and it sure, it just takes a thing of practice. But when you're trying to make money, there wasn't enough time to practice. So the excavator got sold because I was the only one that was able to operate it. Sold that, changed it for a bunch of lawn care equipment. I got 3 grandstand mowers instead, and everybody in my business can ride the grandstand mowers. It was a no-brainer. Why am I going to have a $70,000 machine that only one person can operate, whereas if I switch my assets into something else, like the lawnmowers, everybody in my business can now operate that. No brainer. Those machines are now out there making money on a daily basis, and the excavator is out there 3-4 times a month. So that doesn't mean I'm not going to get an excavator in the future. You better believe I'm going to own many excavators of all sizes in the future, just not right now. So that's it. Whenever I need an excavator or a skid steer, I rent. I call. I got a really good relationship with a guy that's not too far from me. Even other construction companies. You got to build these relationships with these guys. So it's like, I need a favor. Can I borrow your machine for a quick job? I literally need it for 5 hours. I got to dig a trench and I'll return it to you. No problem. Give me a couple $100. Return it A to B. Sometimes they'll say, can you grease the machine? No problem. I'll grease the machine for you. Or if I call a company, like a professional rental company, everything's greased up. They'll give you that. They say, here's what it costs, but it's a little bit more expensive. So you got to pick and choose on your jobs. Okay, so I'm killing it right now. I've got future video ideas, the new trucks, I could talk about that, and then channel goals. I'm going to run through these because I'm at 17 minutes, and I don't know if anybody's going to make it this long, but if you did, I appreciate you, and continue to stay for the content because I'm going to just be banging out videos like this just to talk about landscaping. So I know this is very selfish. I'm talking about all about me, but I'm hoping whatever information I have, you can take and implement that into your business, whether you're starting out, you want to get started, you're already, in the business for many years. I think that I am a good specimen, a good breed. I love what I do, and I'm very passionate about this. So no matter what stage you are in your career, I think my information is valuable. So let's talk about my channel goals, and I think I went to bed when I started making these last few pieces of my script, but so let's fire through these. Channel goals, number one, business growth. I'm doing this for me, Joseph Parente. I'm doing this to upload my information about my business because I want to create dialogue. I want other contractors and homeowners to comment on my stuff and say, hey, Joseph, reconsider that. Maybe you should do it like this. Maybe you'll be more profitable if you do it like this. Hey, don't buy that equipment, buy this equipment. Hey, stay away from that type of customer. You should be attracted to this type of customer, etc. I want dialogue. I want people to talk to me. I want the comment section to go off. I want people to hate on me. I want people to get upset at me. I want people to get jealous. I want people to love me. I want people to do everything. Every emotion I want from you, I want to spark it on my YouTube videos because they always say if you got haters, you're doing something right. That means people are being jealous of you. So that's it. I want to get people to say, oh, you're a failure, you're never going to make it. So I can get that fire. Although my fire is burning, I want more fire to say, hey, continue doing what you're doing. So business growth, I'm doing this for me. Number two, create dialogue between other contractors and people that enjoy landscaping. So I'm doing this for me, number one. Number two, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing it for my audience. I'm doing this for people that love landscaping, people that get bored and just want videos on in the background. That's my goal. My goal is to be that guy that when you're doing work or you're folding laundry and you need some background noise, that's how I operate. I need background music, noise, videos on at all time. Even small tasks, podcasts. So I want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that you're playing on in the background while you're folding your laundry. You have a landscape video on in the background and you enjoy what I have to say and listening to the sounds of my equipment running and watching my very satisfying videos. So I want to be that guy. I want you to enjoy. I want you to learn. And then that brings me to my third point, educational aspect. I want my channel to be no degeneracy, no grossness, no perversion in society. I want this to be educational. I want this to be a children-friendly channel. I want people to look at my channel and get inspired, and I want this to be like educational for like biology, botany, horticulture, business, and I guess last one I just thought of on the spot here, social aspect too, because I got to be a people person, and that's my thing. My problem is I'm very shelled, I'm very introverted. Even talking to my camera right now feels weird, but screw it. I got to get out there. I got to get these things off my mind into existence. I'm going crazy. So educational aspect, I want people to learn from what I'm doing and implement some of the things that worked well into your life, and that's it. So I'm at 20 minutes here. I've got 2 more slides. I'm going to just quickly go through these. I think this next slide is worthy of a complete video. I need a new truck. I don't know if I want to get a F550. It's like, do I just, hey, go for it, make the big investment and get the 550 with the 8-foot dump box on it, with the plow and the salter, and go all out and spend that $150,000 for a truck that's going to last me probably 10 years and make me a lot of money? Or do I go for the more conservative approach and get the F250 with no bells and whistles, and all that's going to do is haul my enclosed trailer, which I need? That is a very basic model and basic concept that's tried and proven. It's going to make me money. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think I should make a whole video on, because there's a lot of guys that are out there that know trucks better than me that'll hopefully comment and give me better ideas. So anyways, I don't know. Anyway, that's just stuff that you need to learn a little bit more about my business before we could talk about that. So then you as the audience, you could, chime in and say, hey, this is a better option for you. That's that. Finally, last thing here, I'm just going to talk about the future ideas for my videos. Okay, so this I consider to be my introduction. Hey, hello, hi, how are you? I'm Joseph Parente. Nice to meet you. This is my introduction. I want to make a video doing an intro. This is my intro. Nice to meet you. Second video, shop tour, my facilities. Once the snow melts a little bit and we get some decent weather out and my arm's not in a sling, I'm going to go out there with my camera. I'm going to film all my facilities. I'm going to put my heart on my sleeve here. As embarrassed I am to say it, 29 years old, I still live with my family. I live in Ontario, Canada. The housing market is very expensive here. It doesn't make sense for me to go and rent off of someone else. I rent from my family home, so I contribute to the mortgage as best I can. And I'm very blessed because we have a small little plot of land here that I've retrofitted to run my business. So I've got a 20-foot sea can. I've got a it's 20 by 8, sorry, and then I've got a 20 by 20 tent that I store my equipment in. I've got just enough space to park my 2 trucks, my 3 trailers, and I've got a single car, double car garage that I use as my shop. So thank you so much to my family that allows me to use these grounds as my facility, and this is my humble beginnings, because I'm going to take using this small property and turn this into something ginormous. My goal is to have, 10 trucks, 10 trailers out there every single day, a tree nursery growing my own perennials and trees to sell back out to my customers. I'm going to do snow removal. I'm going to do selling firewood. Once I get some property, I have so many arborist friends that I'm going to go, hey, come dump your mulch and logs. And I'm going to say, hey, to my guys, my employees, we're slow on work. Let's split up some firewood, dice it up nicely, cure it, sell it. Chickens, oh my god, chickens, vegetables. I want to make a farming aspect of this too. So it's like I'm so limited by my constraints right now because I don't own land. But once I own land, like I'm just gonna pop off and go crazy. So I'm at 23 minutes here. My sweatshirt is soaking wet from how much sweat I just poured out, just nervous talking to my camera, but I don't care. I'm about to upload this and share this to all my social medias and try to get as many people to go watch this video. So this is hilarious. 24 minutes in, I'm talking to my camera. I feel better. I feel amazing. I feel like I just got everything I've wanted to say for the last few months off my chest. So thank you so much. If you made it this far, I gotta do the typical YouTuber response. Subscribe, like the video, and share it if you want. And hopefully I brought some good energy to the table that you'll want to follow me along of getting this journey of 0 to 100 lawn care contracts in like 2.5 months. So let's go. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.